To tell a cop, well, actually an ex-cop, because the mayor in the town that Sean is from won't shut the hell up about him no longer being a police officer. So to tell an ex-cop that you would rather acquire another disability with the one that you already have, and this new one would be going deaf, just so you don't have to hear country music, is one of the craziest things I've ever heard somebody with one leg ever say in my life. But I guess that means we're back. With Love Island USA is back, baby. All right, so with the Summer House Part 2 reunion being supersized last night, so it was until 9:15, and then this 1 hour and 45-minute premiere, I was not going to be able to provide you guys with a really good first recap of the season, but I've got some rest in me. My Adderall is kicking. I've got my notes. I'm ready to go. Let's do this, because I've missed you guys. And I know you've missed me. So overall, as a premiere, I thought this was a great premiere. I thought it was fun. I thought it was hilarious to see the number of people online that either completely forgot about the lip sync that they do at the beginning of the episode, or now seeing how many new fans are coming in for this season, and we're all like, what the hell am I watching? It's not a new thing. It's just a thing that they are still doing. But yeah, with us, already losing an Islander, and then people on here starting rumors that we lost a second Islander, there was a lot of chaos heading into this premiere, but I think overall they did well. They did exactly what was needed to be done. We got some makeouts, we got some crushes already forming, we've got some hearts already getting crushed, and just based off of the preview for tonight, we already have someone crying over another person in the villa, and it's only been 24 hours. Like, that definitely means we are so back. All right, so instead of my normal recap, how, we just go through the episode, we're just going to go Islander by Islander for this first recap, since it was very long, and we got some bombshells, and we got some good bombshells. We blew the first set of bombshells that UK brought to their public out of the water with ours, okay? By far. All right, so starting off with Anaya. So Anaya is from Tyrone, Georgia. She's one of our 2 Georgia girlies. She is coupled up with KC, and when she was telling us that she's been single for 6 months, why did she go to August? It is June. I liked the fact that these two were not coupled up with one another, like they didn't choose each other, or I guess Anaya didn't choose KC, because people were saying, well, hey, Serena didn't choose Cordell in the beginning, right? Right? Now, is this going to be that story? I don't know, of course, but I do think that they do have a vibe. I do like their vibe already. And Casey, if this was like Gay Island or even maybe Bisexual Island, I think you would have maybe had somebody stand behind the door for plants, but as soon as you went over there, I was like, well, you're going to be kissing the door. Also, I can already tell that some people's comprehension skills are lacking, because Casey never said chivalry is dead and he's not going to court this woman and, respect this woman. He's just said, let's be a little bit more realistic with what the expectations are these days. Like, yeah, I'm not going to take my jacket off and cover a puddle for you. We can walk around it. All right, next up we have Kinsey, who's really, really excited to be there. It's Kinsey. Kinsey is the Kyle Richards from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills of Love Island USA Season 8, with the number of splits that she keeps doing. A lot of the conversations that she was having, I was begging her to blink at least once, maybe twice. If Kinsey keeps reminding us that Zach has never dated a blonde girl, I'm going to dye my hair blonde and start dating him myself then, because, we get it. He's never dated a blonde girl. Why are we treating this as if he's never dated, a black girl, or he's never dated, an Indian girl? It is just hair. And the fact that in the tomorrow night, she's like, I've always just chose the cheaters. Okay. We didn't really get a lot from Zach, except knowing that his brother is Charlie, that he loves cats, and that he's never dated blondes. That's really all we got from this episode, in my opinion. All right, next up, we got Melanie, and we'll do Sincere. We'll just go couple by couple then. Yeah, why not? So Melanie, very, very pretty. And you know what? I don't care if she even said in the beginning of her intro that she's not a girl's girl. That was a sign that, yeah, you don't have to say it. You show it by your actions, not sisterhood, sisterhood, sisterhood. Now, Melanie and Sincere look good next to each other. That is a fact. And Sincere is definitely a good-looking man in general. But when they were talking about breakfast, so that way he can, start taking notes and knowing what to make her, I was instantly getting PTSD from last season. Hashtag hibachi breakfast. It's cute to see that these two are already vibing with one another. They're liking one another. However, if I were to kiss somebody while they were laying on their tummy and I was hunchback of Notre Dame, I would have to ask if we could reposition so I could get right up in that mouth better. All right, next up, Trinity and Bryce. So Trinity doesn't want anything ugly around her, and I respect that. She is so tall, my God, and more than ever am I seeing Serena in the eyes from season 6. Now, for everyone online causing so much ruckus over her quitting her job at the hardware store. Can you all get a fucking grip? She quit her job at the hardware store. She was probably a store associate, not the CEO, not the CMO. If anything, a personality hire. So for people online being like, oh my God, you quit your job. First of all, she's 22, 23. If there's any time in your life to be crazy and to take a chance like quitting your job at the hardware store to go on Love Island USA, it would be now at 22, 23. I saw more people have an opinion about Trinity quitting the hardware store than I've seen people talking about Sean no longer being a cop, but that mayor doing all the talking. Like, whatever. He's coupled up with Bryce, who is turning 30 years old and thinks the moment that the clock strikes midnight, he is going to suck the youth out of Trinity. I'm like, he's talking to Zach being like, I don't want to like steal her youth or anything. What the fuck are you talking about? Did you all forget that y'all just met in the last 24 hours? What are you stealing from her other than some time right now? And I personally do not see the producers trying to reheat any nachos from last year. One, because I actually found Nick attractive when he first entered the villa. And also, this is not disrespectful at all. This is just, I think, a fact and a compliment. But Trinity and Olandria are two completely different people. Just personality-wise, you can tell from just this one episode of us watching Trinity so far. And you know what, Trinity? There's nothing wrong with wanting a good hearty breakfast, okay? And not just the LA bullshit. Last couple, we've got Beatrice, which I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that every single time. Like, I can say Beatrice, I can say B, but I don't know if I can say Beatrice every single time. So please don't fight me. When she took off her leg in her intro video, I said, okay, Aviva Drescher, Real Housewives of New York City. The only thing fake and artificial about me is this. Now, for people that were so like, oh, Sean and Beatrice, oh, yeah, oh, no. Beatrice, you also knew that he had a kid because he told everyone in the first 5 minutes, in the first 5 minutes, before you even stood behind that door to be coupled up with him. So for you to say that's a red flag, you shouldn't have even stood behind that door then. Also, Sean, you're definitely not a good police officer when it comes to asking the important questions because country music is one thing, but you should have asked, have you ever ran away from the cops though, since you're such a runner? Have you ever ran away from me? All right, let's just go ahead and skip to the bombshells. Gabriel and Kata. First of all, Gabriel was 100% the best choice out of all 6 men to be the bombshell because he just already had bombshell energy walking in, the Maluma dupe that he is. Kata is Haitian and she is hot as hell as well. She's a Haitian hottie. Oh my God, I saw her and I was like, and I'm gay as hell. I thought I was bisexual actually watching these two bombshells come in, and I've never said that about myself until last night and right now. Like, from Gabriel going in and having 3 buttons, and then by the end of the first makeout having no buttons, and then by the time he made it to the second girl, he had no clothes, no shirt on. Like, if there was a third girl, would we have lost his pants? I don't know, but it was fun. It was fun. That ending was spicy. It was fun. Seeing the bombshells take the 2 boys and the 2 girls their separate ways so that way the other side doesn't even know what the bombshell of the opposite sex looks like. Good job, producers. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's our first recap of the season. 1 down, 35 to go! But tell me what y'all think. What did y'all think of the first episode of the season? Come on, let's talk.